Today we have a question to solve which is from Kaduna State Polytechnic. So this is Maths 113, that is algebra for science, is a past question from. So the question is under matrices. We have a calculation question to solve. But before we begin, I would love to explain what we mean by matrices and also the real life application. Matrices are rectangular arrays of numbers, symbols, or expressions that are arranged in rows and columns. So basically, matrices are in rows and columns. The rows are the one on the horizontal axis, while the ones on the vertical axis is what we call the columns. Okay, so some of the real life applications of matrices is that it is used in computer graphics for scaling, for transformation, translation, and also rotation of images. In economics, it is used for modeling to represent and analyze different sectors of an economy. Regression analysis in statistics is as a result of matrices. Algorithm for search analysis, machine learning, computer storage, artificial intelligence, all of these are as a result of matrices. So these are some of the few applications of matrices in real life. So let's move on to the calculation question. So we have matrix A and B. Okay, so we have three questions to solve here under this. We are asked to find a, B, then the next one is for us to find 2a plus b, and the last one is for us to find a minus 4b. So what I did here, what we have here, we have a11, a12, a13. I labeled this before the beginning of the class. So what this means is this number 3, this a subscript 1, the first one here is the row, while the next number represents the column. So this 3 here means is on the first row and the first column. 4 here means is on the first row but the second column. Minus 1 here is on the first row, the third column. That's how we move on. Then to the second row, here we have these 2. This 2 is on the second row but first column. 0 is on the second row, second column. 7 is on the second row, third column. While moving on to the third row, this 1 is on the third row, first column, third row, second column for minus 3, while minus 2 is on the third row and the third column. Okay, so the same thing also applies for matrix B. That's why we have B11, B12, B13, that is on the first row. On the second row, we have B21, B22, B23, B31, B32, B33, that is on the third row. Okay, so with all of this, so we can easily solve the question. So let's begin. So we are asked to find the first one, which is for us to find AB. AB simply means for us to multiply A times B. And if we do this, we are going to get another third matrix, which is matrix C. And this matrix C is going to be C11, C12, C13. That's on the first row. Then the next row is going to be C21, C22, C23. Then the third row is going to be C31, C32, and C33. So this is how our final answer is going to be. So for us to get, so now what we need to do is for us to solve and get each of the elements in this row. So let's begin now. Let's begin with the first one, which is C11. C11 means the first row, first column. So what we are going to do is we are going to multiply the first row in matrix A and multiply by individual columns in matrix B. We get our answer for that for all of the rows for C11, C12 up to C13. The next row on matrix A and multiply by each column in matrix B. That's how we move on to the last row in matrix A and multiply by each column in matrix B. That's till we get our final answer. Okay, so let's simplify this. So for us to get C11, so now let's start with the first row. This is going to be A11. Now we are considering now the first column in B. So this is going to be B11 plus A12 multiplied by B21 plus A13 multiplied by B31. So this is the formula we are going to use to get the value for C11. So now let's substitute in the figures. A11 here is 3 multiplied by B11, which is 1, plus A12 is 4 multiplied by B21, which is 2, plus A13 is minus 1 multiplied by B31, which is 0. So let's simplify this. 3 times 1 here is 3, plus 4 times 2 is 8. This is minus 1 times 0 here is 0, so plus 0. So we have 3 plus 8 here is 11. So what this means is that our C11 is 11. Okay? So as we are getting our answer, we can be substituting in the values here. Be 11. Okay? So let's move on to the next one. For us to get C12. C12 means we are still on the first row, but we are moving to the second column. That is A11 multiplied by now the second column B12 plus A12 multiplied by B22 plus A13 multiplied by B32. Okay? So you can see A11, A12, A13 are all in the first row. B12, B22, B32 are all in the second column in matrix B. So now let's substitute in the values. A11, which is 3 multiplied by B12 minus 1, plus A12, 4 multiplied by B22, which is 0, plus A13, which is minus 1 multiplied by B32, which is 1. So let's simplify this. So we have 3 times minus 1 here, we're going to have minus 3 here, plus 4 times 0 is 0, then minus 1 times 1 is minus 1, plus times minus 1 here is going to be minus 1. So here we have minus 3 minus 1 here gives us minus 4. So that means C12 is minus 4. So let's come here. So C12 and substituting the value is going to be minus 4. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So we have to look for C13 now. So C13 means we are still on the first row, but we are going to the third column. That is first row on matrix A, third column on matrix B. So this is still going to be A11 now multiplied by B13 plus A12 multiplied by B23 plus A13 multiplied by B33. So let's substitute in the value. So A11, which is 3 multiplied by 1 plus 4 multiplied by minus 1 plus minus 1 multiplied by 1. So this is going to be 3 times 1 here is 3, 4 times minus 1 is minus 4, plus times minus 4, that is minus 4. Then minus 1 times 1 is minus 1, plus times minus 1 is minus 1. So here we have 3 minus 4 minus 1. So 3 minus 4 is minus 1, minus 1 minus 1 is minus 2. So what this means is that our C13 minus 2. So that's how we keep solving till we get to the last one, which is C33. So now let's move on to C21. C21 means we are now on the second row for matrix A, then we go to the first column for matrix B. So this is going to be A21 multiplied by B11 plus A22 multiplied by B21 plus A23 then B31. So let's substitute the values here. So A21, which is 2 multiplied by B11, 1 plus 0 multiplied by 2 plus 7 multiplied by 0. So here we have 2 times 1 is 2 plus 0 plus 0. So this is equals to 2. So that means our C12 2. So let's move on to the next one, which is for us to find C22. So our C22 means maintaining second row on matrix A, then second column on matrix B. So it's still this is going to be A21 B12 plus A22 B22 plus A23 B32. Okay, so let's substitute. So A21, so this is 2 multiplied by minus 1 plus 0 multiplied by 0 plus 7 multiplied by 1. So this is equal to 2 times minus 1 minus 2 plus 0 then plus 7. So this is equal to, so C22 is going to be 5. Okay, so moving on to the next one, which is C23. C23 means second row on matrix A, third column on matrix B. So let's continue. So this is going to be A21 then B13 plus A22 B23 plus A23 B33. So let's substitute. So here is going to be 2 multiplied by 1 plus 0 multiplied by minus 1 plus 7 multiplied by 1. So simplifying, we have 2 times 1 here is 2. Then here is 0 times minus 1 is 0. Plus, so this is minus 0. So plus 7 times 1 is 7. So we have 2 minus 0 is still 2. 2 plus 7 here is equals to 9. That means C23 is equals to 9. C23 is 9. Moving on to the last row. So we have C31. So this means third row on matrix A, first column on matrix B. So this is going to be what? So this is A31 B11 plus A32 B21 plus A33 B31. So let's substitute in A31. So here is 1 multiplied by 1 plus minus 3 multiplied by 2 plus minus 2 multiplied by 0. So simplifying, 1 times 1 is 1, minus 2 times minus 3 times 2 is 6, plus times minus is minus, so we have minus 6, then minus 0. So 1 minus 6 minus 0 is minus 5. So our C31 is minus 5. So we substitute here minus 5. So moving on to the next one, which is C32. So our C32, third row on matrix A, second column on matrix B. So this is going to be A31, this is the second column, B12 plus A32 B22 plus A33 B32. So let's substitute. Here we have 1 multiplied by minus 1 plus minus 3 multiplied by 0 plus minus 2 multiplied by 1. So simplifying, we have 1 times minus 1 here is minus 1. Then minus 3 times 0 is 0. So we have minus 0. Then minus 2 times 1 is minus 2. Plus times minus is minus 2. So minus 1 minus 0 minus 2 gives us minus 3. So C32 is minus 3. So we substitute in here. C32 becomes minus 3. Now moving on to the last one. So this is C33. C33 means the third row matrix A, third column matrix B. Okay, so this is A31 B13 plus A32 B23 plus A33 B33. So let's substitute in the values. So this is going to be 1 multiplied by 1 plus minus 3 multiplied by minus 1 plus minus 2 multiplied by 1. So this is equals to 1 times 1 here is 1. So here minus 3 times minus 1 is 3. So plus times plus here, so it's going to be plus 3. Then minus 2 times 1 here is going to be 2. So this is equals to 1 plus 3. That's 4. 4 minus 2 here gives us 2. So our answer for C3. So what this means is that A multiplied by B from this matrix gives us this as our final answer. So for 2A plus B here, we are going to have, this means 2, then matrix A. Matrix A is 3, 4, minus 1, then 2, 0, 7, 1, minus 3, and minus 2. So this is what 2A means, okay? Then plus B, plus matrix B, which is 1 minus 1, 1, then 2, 0, minus 1, 0, 1, 1. So let's simplify this. These two here, we are going to multiply by each element in this matrix. So this matrix now changes to 2 times 3 here is 6, 2 times 4, 8, 2 times minus 1, minus 2, 2 times 2, 4, 2 times 0, 0, 2 times 7 here, 14, 2 times 1, 2, 2 times minus 3, minus 6, then 2 times minus 2 here is minus 4. So this, we're going to add together with this. So this is 1, minus 1, 1, then 2, 0, minus 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay? So let's label this. The labeling makes it easier to understand. So this here is going to be A11, A12, A13. So this is A21. This one is A22, A23, then A31, A32, A33. So this is the new matrix for A. Now, moving on to the next one, which is for B. This is going to be B11, B12, B13. So here is B21, B22, B23. Then here is B31, B32, then B33. Okay, so from here now we can easily solve this. So when we get this, we are going to have a third matrix, which is matrix C. So when we add these two together, it's going to give us a third matrix. And the matrix is going to be C11, C12, C13, then C21, C22, C23, then C31, C32, C33. Okay? So basically, for us to get the values of this matrix C, all the elements in matrix C, all we need to do is to add up. So for us to get this, so let me write out how to add this. So for us to get C11, C11 is going to be A11 plus B11. Okay, this is A11 plus B11. Then for us to get C12, it's going to be A12 plus B12. Then for us to get C13, it's going to be A13 plus B13. That's for the first row. Moving on to the second row, for us to get C21, it's going to be A21 plus B21. Then to get C22, it's going to be A22 plus B22. To get C23, we are going to have A23 plus B23. Then to the last row, for us to get C31, is going to be A31 plus B31. Then to get C32, is going to be A32 plus B32. Then to get the C33 is going to be A33 plus B33. So now this makes it easier. Now all we need to do from this step is just to substitute in the values, add up and get our matrix C. So now let's substitute. So here we are going to have A11 here is 6 plus B11 is 1. So we have 6 plus 1. Moving on, A12 is 8 plus B12 is minus 1. Moving on, A13, which is minus 2, then plus B13, which is 1. To the second row, A21, which is 4, plus B21 is 2. Then A22 is 0, plus B22 here also is 0. Then here we have, for us to get C23, which is A23, which is 14, plus B23, then minus 1. To the last row, now A31 is 2 plus B31 0. Then we have minus 6 plus 1. Then the last one here that is A33, which is minus 4 plus 1. So from here we simplify and we add up. So 6 plus 1 here is 7. 8 plus minus 1 here is 7. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. Then 4 plus 2, 6. 0 plus 0, 0. 14 plus minus 1 gives us 13. 2 plus 0, 2. Minus 6 plus 1, minus 5. Then minus 4 plus 1, minus 3. This is our final answer, and this is our new matrix C. So what this means is, this is our answer for 2A plus B. Just as simple as that. So this is our answer. Okay.